Welcome back, everybody. We have moved into the kitchen. When it's cold and snowy outside, many of us, we just want to stay inside. We want to watch TV. We want to eat some comfort food. And soup is perfect for a cold winter day like this. It really, I mean, yeah. I think the audience and I are going to go for some after this. And here to share the secret to a perfect bowl of clam chowder is the executive chef at Voya inside the brand new Intercontinental Hotel at MSP. Give it up for Chef John, everybody. Hello, John.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm well. Oh, you lifted up the lid just as we were coming on the air.
Exactly.
So bottom line, what, in your opinion, is it the quality of the clam? Is it the cream base? What is your secret to a great clam chowder?
Let me tell you, Jason.
Yeah.
I'm from New England.
Oh, well, that's the secret.
That's the secret.
You get a chef that's from New England. Yeah.
No, it is. It's about the quality of the ingredients and not skimping on them, not getting too thick. Too many chowders are so thick and so almost gummy. This is nice. It's light. It's rich, but it's not too heavy.
I was going to ask you, being from New England, what's the thing that offends New Englanders off the most when they go to other parts of the country? How do other people mess it up? Is it the too creamy,
it's just too thick. It's too chunky, and there's no clams in it. Where are the clams?
Yeah.
Where are the clams?
Where are the clams?
So as you can see, I mean, this is, I start with a lot of clams. So I'm doing a little twist on it, and I'm giving this the Voya twist. Voya, we're a French-Canadian, Minnesotan brasserie, and so I wanted to give it a sort of a Minnesota twist.
Okay.
Being a New England guy. So I got the base, I've got a lot of clams, I've got my garlic and my bay leaf, and to that I'm going to add some clams that we smoked we hot smoked the clams.
Oh.
And so we're going to leave the bacon out.
Yeah.
We'll keep the bacon out, keep this fish pescatarian, but add the smoked clams. I've got some.
Now let me stop here. If people are watching this and they want to try to make this at home, not quite the way you're doing it.
Sure.
In Minnesota, where do you find some good clams? Like, is it okay to use frozen ones, or?
So no, of course it's okay to use frozen clams. I mean, frozen clams are they're high quality.
Okay.
Most of the time they're pre-cooked. It takes an extra step out for you.
Okay.
But Fortune Fish in Minneapolis and St. Paul, fantastic quality, always good. That's who I tell people to go to. So to that, I'm going to add some mussels. I'm going to add some mussels and some smoked lake trout, some smoked superior lake trout. Just to give it a Minnesota flair. As you can see, it's just chock full of fish.
So again, the traditional New England would not have the trout.
In a fish chowder, you would haddock or flounder or something like that. But in this case, we're in Minnesota. We're going to do some smoked trout.
We're going to Minnesota it up.
Minnesota it up.
Yeah.
We're going to chef it up a little bit. I've got some sauteed salsify, which is
what is that?
Salsify. It's a root vegetable, also called the oyster plant. And again, coming from a high-end restaurant, we want to add a little something that makes it unique.
Make it chefy.
But chefy it up a little bit, right?
You're going to chefy it up a little bit.
Chefy it up a little bit. We don't need that. That's not necessary. We're going to hit it with a little bit of white wine. We're going to give that a couple minutes. I'm going to hit that with a little fish. This is a little mussel stock or clam stock, which there's several high-quality brands out there that you can purchase, or you can make it yourself by putting your clams in a pot, adding a little white wine, add a little onion, put a lid on it, and let them pop open, and then all the liquor, we call it liquor, the clam liquor in the bottom of the pot, save that.
Is that what it's really called? Clam liquor?
Clam liquor, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Right, audience? I like I like that term. The clam liquor. Okay.
Super clammy, but you don't get any of the liquor benefits.
Darn.
And then to that, we're gonna add some cream. Now I'm not gonna thicken this. I'm not gonna add any oyster crackers or anything like that. I would let that go for just a few more minutes.
That's all the cream you add?
That's it. That's it.
See, because I know sometimes I steer away from the clam chowder because it's overly, but that's not a lot of cream.
No, it should be brothy. It should be creamy without being thick and heavy.
So this is, when I think of clam, this is how I haven't eaten, I guess, a good clam chowder most of my life. But when I think of clam chowder, I think of it being a little thicker than this. But this is okay. This is what we're looking for.
Well, if you want it thicker, you can certainly make it thicker.
No, I love this. I'm learning something new. Okay.
But this, I think you can have. It's really, what is it about? It's clams. You want it. It's all about the clams.
Yes.
And so.
That's a lot of clams too.
Yeah, well, maybe this is a family portion.
Yeah. Yes. Or the crew. We'll just feed the entire crew. Okay. So this is about the consistency that you want it.
This is the consistency that I like it. I mean, if I'm going to make a clam chowder, because you can get a thick, chunky clam chowder anywhere. But
now, while we're plating this up, I want to tell you, Voya is inside the brand new Intercontinental at MSP. It's the first hotel at MSP. We did a little piece on it because it's uber convenient. Like if you are flying out and you are staying there, tell everybody there's like a special going on.
We have a park stay and fly. So stay one night, park with us for free for 3 nights, and we have our rate starting at $179, which is barely more than the cost of the room.
Yeah.
Probably barely more than 3 nights of parking at the airport.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, it's really, if you have an early morning flight and you do not want to get up early and then drive all the way to the airport and then you're worried about security, we did that one time. We stayed at the hotel, woke up the next morning, walked right through TSA on the plane.
Or weather,
on the plane, yeah.
Or weather like last night.
Yeah.
You know, people can't get to their destinations or they're afraid to fly to drive in the day of their flight. Drive in the day before.
Look at that. Get a shot of that, Director Leo. Look at that. That is stunning. What's your favorite other than that if people want to come visit you? What's your other favorite thing on the menu?
Duck.
Duck?
We have a wonderful, wonderful local Minnesota duck.
I've had it, and I don't like duck anywhere, but I'm not just saying this. I like yours.
It's more like a ribeye than it is like a duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wonderful dish.
It's weird for a grown man to look at another grown man and say, I like your duck. That's funny, yeah. What do you make that with?
We make that with, it's a farro, which is a whole grain wheat. We treat it like a risotto. It's got some winter squash, some pickled blueberries. Again, we're Minnesota, we're French, we're somewhere in between, and so we feel really.
You got to come back and make that, because again, I'm not just joking. I do not. I've had duck many different ways.
Yeah.
I never like it. I liked yours. Yeah. Give it up for Chef John, everybody, from La Voya. And again, La Voya is located inside the Intercontinental Hotel at MSP International. It's a good little thing. I tell you to stay there. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of our show. This segment will be on it. On YouTube, we post each day's episode along with clips from the show around 1 or 2 o'clock every afternoon. All you have to do is search for The Jason Show and hit that subscribe button.